Crumb. Follow Crumb. Don't follow Crumb.
CDC.
Hey, CDC's greatest hits.
CDC.
Hey, now available with proof of vaccination.
You've been fast and strong.
You'll get all-time classics like
I got the jam. It's been too long. I'm glad to be fast. Yes, I got the juice. I took two. Tell me, Dr. Fauci, what you want me to do, cause I'm fast.
enter to win a signed copy of the album by Brian Johnson & Johnson.
I took a fast vaccine during quarantine. It was the worst damn shakes I have ever seen. I'm never
Legendary hits like
quarantine for just 2 weeks. Stay away from me for just 6 feet. CDC will tell you lies. CDC and ignore all your cries. Hell, Bill. Oh, Angus, are you alright? A palsy. You're shaking, oh woman. You're shaking. Oh, hell, Bill. Somebody call a doctor. Where's Fauci? A palsy. Dr. Fauci, hello. Oh, hell, Bill. Hello. Dr. Fauci. A palsy. Hello.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frogs. Won't you fight for your life? Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. I don't like the frogs. Gay. Friggin' frogs. Quack, 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 quack. Frogs. Friggin' frog crap. Won't you fight the frogs? It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Frog.
All the earth's flat, and there's a dome where projections of the moon and the stars are shown around the edge. And ice fall, and that's why Australians don't just now you're in. Just trust your feelings. Now you're in on it. You're like soup out to change. And now you're in. Don't overthink it. And now you're in on it. The earth don't feel the same. And now you're in. And now we're in on the secret.
Follow Crumb. Follow Crumb. Follow Crumb. Don't follow Crumb. The lie. Good lie.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, welcome, Dave. Where are you? Dave, did I lose you? Oh, shit. I just lost Dave. He was just here. Oh, all right. That was fun. He was literally just here. Where'd he go? What? There he is. Dave, what up?
Hey, what's
Hey.
up?
How's it going, man?
It's going very well, man. It's going crazy. I've been working on this update for the app, and I have slept zero in the last couple of weeks. So,
Well, I was gonna say
actually,
your
here's
your
the
app.
announcement.
Okay.
Go ahead, you first.
No, I was just gonna say what your app needs is more functions for sure. Go ahead.
The Apple version literally just got approved during that intro, so it should be
nice.
populating. And there's for iOS the Mac version. There's a Mac version up that some people will be able to see from their Macs, but wait until tomorrow. There's a newer version coming out. There was a few bugs in it, and it's awesome. This is the Mac version right here on my screen.
It looks
Why am
good.
I behind that? Yeah, I'm behind it.
Why, yeah. Why does it look a little different?
God, why am I all over the place?
Don't worry. It's not a big channel. It's okay. We can
Whoa.
make some mistakes. It looks different though. Why does it look different? Like I can't put my finger on it, but it looks like a different design or something.
Well, it is because this is the Mac version. Why is it?
Okay.
This whole scene thing just totally threw me off. All right, well now my hand's behind it, so now you can't see where I'm pushing. This is actually the version that's on the Mac, and there's some new
That's right.
features. I can't point to it, but you can maybe see my mouse right there. You see my mouse?
I don't see
second,
it.
second row of buttons. Second row of buttons. There's a star button, and when you click that, up comes featured flat Earth. Wow, none of it's showing. This is crazy.
It's a conspiracy. They're after us, guys.
Oh man, that's why. Look, I'm changing screens here. You can't see anything.
Oh no. Are you are you in your studio mode or are you in live mode?
I'm in studio mode, I think.
Well, then you got to hit transition.
So now you see that yellow.
I see the yellow. Yes.
You see the app, and now I'm still behind it. But if I change the app, it doesn't change.
What if you can you change the sources order and so you're in front?
No.
And I'll be in OBS.
Wow. Wow. Can't even show you that. That's amazing.
Dang. Well,
wait a minute. Hold on. I see an issue. Maybe that'll do it. No. Fascinating. All right. Well, I'll think about it while you're talking.
Yeah, I'm cursed. This stuff happens to me all the time. And I think you're just getting a piece of my curse. It's okay. So looking at the chat here, we got 31 people watching. What up? A lot of people have been here for a few hours saying they're looking forward to this. So Dave, I don't know if you caught the thumbnail. Did you notice the thumbnail that I put up for this?
It was the picture of you and I in Vegas, maybe, or
no, that was 2019 in Dallas.
Okay.
Isn't that wild? I've known you for 4.5 years. Isn't that crazy? Time flies by, man. That was pre-pandemic picture, man, before the world shut down. Crazy.
Wow.
I know. Do you want to I could put something on if you want to like figure something out so you can have that function. I know that's kind of your thing.
Like, I don't know what's going on. It's so strange. Like this. All right, this works. So if I go like that, you can see I'm in front of it.
Looks great. That's
so
great.
that all works. That all works. But when I go to the app screen, I'm behind it, and it's literally should be below me.
Well, is the app source like higher up on the list?
I literally put it down on the bottom. If I put it below the brick wall, now it's behind the wall. This is fun, everybody. Little technical stuff. It's like Globebusters.
This is what me and
6
Laurie
years.
did for like 3 years. It's okay. This is what we do on the show. We just go, well, what if I try this? What if I try this?
Right.
It's
and
great.
then if I turn on I don't know where even my camera's coming from because I turn on my camera. Now I get this. And I don't even know how to make this smaller. See, this is now I'm in front. And I wonder if I change the app, it'll change. No, that's so strange that the app is like a static image. Fantastic. Phenomenal.
And I've seen you do these so many times. And but there you go. Yeah, no, being able to have your share screen like behind you and having that kind of control, I feel like has been such a game changer for what you're doing. Not having to ask, can I share this screen? Just to be able to be like look behind me. That's pretty brilliant. And I don't know anybody else doing that. But
I'm still I'm almost there. Keep talking.
No worries, man. Sure. So anyways, I'll look at the chat here and see how everyone's doing. What up, Dean F? It's been a while. Jeremy Bird, Shifty Ass Shady, Tony Corleolis from Boston Bear, Flat Earth Eric, Matthew, Indoctrinated Ryan, Dr. Bass. All right. Good to see all you. What up, nerds? Like that. There you go. I think I saw Larry up here a bit earlier. Was he around?
Yeah, Lowry is coming with me. So
Oh,
now we're
nice.
getting closer. Lowry's coming with me and Nicole to Buffalo, or wherever we're going to see the clouds covering the eclipse that we won't be able to see.
Oh, right. Well, aren't you gonna try the vinegar trick and see if you can clear
Oh,
up those skies?
I'm gonna bring some vinegar for sure. I got a 10,000 BTU burner and a big pot, and just gonna maybe it'll work, but maybe we'll see what the weather does.
I
I think
don't
I'm good
think.
now, but except I'm still behind.
Well, what wasn't that the problem?
I don't know what the problem is. Look,
Oh, okay.
so now you can see it changing, but for some reason it won't let me get in front of this.
Okay.
Crazy. All right, so
I don't know. It's one of those things.
that's a new feature. This is featured content providers, really good stuff. Robot Polisher, Matthew on X. Just all the guys that are doing new flat Earth stuff every day. So it's an easy way to beat the algorithm. And then another big one is the books. I've added sections, so you can click on more land, books on more land, books on kids books, right? And
Wow.
so that's getting pretty cool. And
It really is.
yeah, and a lot of people have been sending me memes. They're like, "Hey, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was telling them about NASA and how the founders are all, a bunch of crazy people." So so I got an image and just type in founders, and there's the image. So when you're talking to somebody, you can bring up the content. So people ask me,
Yeah.
Dave, where can I get all your stuff? It's all on the app now. Like all of the
Yeah.
images are there, and you can pull them up in a second.
Wow.
Think of something you want to show somebody, something in flat Earth that you want to show somebody.
Eratosthenes.
So ERA, boom. There's a whole bunch of Eratosthenes
great.
stuff right here. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
you can flip
awesome.
through. Yeah.
Sometimes I do that on your playlists. Like I'll go to your channel and I'll type something in and on all your playlists, and sometimes they'll come up. But that's awesome. Yeah, that's really what people need, is to be able, when you're talking about this stuff with people, like you've seen the proof video that's perfect, but like it's really hard to find in an instant.
Now it's even better now. The video search, you just search for let's say an old interview I did. I did one with I don't know, I always use the same one, InfoWars. I wouldn't even know where to find it. I just type in InfoWars, hit search, and up will come all the videos about InfoWars. And the one on the bottom right is the one that when I was on InfoWars. Like, I don't even know where that is. I know what channel. I think it's on one of two channels, and I'd have to like look for it, search for it. But now everything is right there. So after this is done, all you have to do is search Crumb, and bam, our interview will come up. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I made the app.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you though, like, is it like tags? Like, is there certain keywords?
There's the title, and then I put a whole bunch of other keywords in there too. So sometimes, like the other day, I was on the images and I was looking for the moon buggy, and I was typing in buggy, but I had it under rover. So now it's under both. So I could just type in ROV, and there it is. I always like showing this one, right? And but it's there. And then if something doesn't show up, if you're like, hey, I was looking for something and I was searching so and so, I couldn't find it, let me know. I'll add that tag to it. So just over time, it's going to get better and better.
Let me ask you, like, wouldn't it be cool if you can like let people on the app like add tags as they go to kind of help you go through it? Like if they're looking at buggy and then they're like, oh, it is rover, but is there a way that they could actually add that for you so you don't have to?
That's interesting. I gotta think about that. That's a possibility. The problem is you're gonna get people putting in all sorts of crazy stuff. Crazy.
Sure, it could be.
Crazy.
It could be. That is true.
Yeah.
Like, what are some of the best examples of maybe that with your app that like you kind of wish you didn't do? Is there anything like that?
I like the whole thing. I'm really happy with the app. I never imagined it'd be this much work or cost this much, but it's working for itself. It's paying for itself, and And it's waking up the world. That's the most important thing. It's literally waking up the world. The amount of letters that I have, I could write a friggin' 400-page book from people that's saying that the app woke them up. The app woke their friends up,
Oh
their
yeah.
family. Guy's girlfriend was going to break up with him, and finally, she got the app, and she started watching the daily videos. And I mean, we all have the same story. How do we? We all
Oh yeah.
boil it down to, how did we ever believe in the ball? That's what it all comes to.
Dave, I owe you. Like, I wouldn't have met Emily here. Like, your app helped me with that tremendously when I first talked to her, and we hit it off. And she's
Nice.
in the backstage here. She's our she's doing the backstage work here, and the guests.
Nice.
But yeah, like your app acts like when I first met you, had all these questions, and I sounded like an unhinged psychopath. But then I pulled up your app, and all of a sudden, all the things I was saying like was making sense. And I was actually reading some of the comments on a few of the videos I was watching yesterday, because I wanted to kind of get in the I was doing a little research and getting into the mindset of talking to you and just seeing some and similar stuff. People are like, because of you, I met my person. Like, you're doing a great thing. It's really, really cool. How do you not let that go to your head? Because I feel like if I did half of what you did, I would walk around way, way coggy.
Yeah, definitely not. I'm definitely not cocky about it. What gets the thing that gets to me is when other flat earthers accuse me of being a shill trying to take over the flat Earth movement. That I'm the face of flat Earth and all content has to go through me. I'm just a guy that said I'm just going to fucking do it myself because no one's going to help me, and that's it. I mean, when somebody says that I'm a paid shill. I actually heard the other day on the show that I'm a multi-millionaire with properties all over the world. Okay.
Right.
That's about as true for me as it is for you. Okay. It's about the same.
I mean, I've been to your house. It's not like it's like I've been to your place. It's okay. I mean, if that
how dare
that
you?
wouldn't make sense though. No, it's very nice, but I mean, if you were a multi-millionaire,
dude, I have to when I have another place. This is just a place I stage when I have people over.
I understand.
All right, I'm going to show you something else that's coming up. It's probably going to take 3 or 4 weeks before it's ready on the app, but check this out. So, you can message people and you're like, hey, I'm having a meetup. We sent out a radius one here. Me and Lowry did it. We had like 85 people show up. And so now there's going to be a Meetup Maker. So you go on the app you could say, all right, sort by date, sort by location, within 500 miles. And list your own app and edit my app. So if we click list your own app, it goes to this screen and you just fill in all of the information, right? And then the description, you can put as much information as you want, right? Pick the background, everything, and then it'll look kind of like this. And so there's your listing. And then if there's a lot of type here, you can just scroll. That type will scroll within its own box. You can share it with people. If there's a bad listing, you can report it, and then it'll, if somebody's screwing around. Everyone has access to see it, but only people that are subscribers can post because we want to know who posted, right? If you're not a subscriber, you can just be a troll that goes on there and it's like, oh, I'll put a porn site on here, blah, 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 right? And so then like this is, you can just scroll. Here's the next one, Simon Dan. Look, he's having a wedding meetup. And yeah, isn't that cute? And then, here's Flat Earth Social, which is the last Tuesday of every month. And here's Sounds Beautiful. I'm going to be in the UK on June 27th through 30th at this one with Ian Leahy. And then there's another Flat Earth Social. So you can just whiz through. And then you could also set it. You can also set it to notify you anytime somebody lists one within 500 miles.
Oh, my
So you
God.
can get a notification.
Okay. Well, yeah, the thing. I feel like Flat Earth has gotten so big now that the amount of FOMO that I get on a daily basis, because I can't keep up with all this. And it used to be so much easier. It would be like, oh, it's a show. It's a Monday show with you and Jaron. Okay. Now I feel like there's so much, and it's so big, and everything has just gotten so organized that I'm like, I just have to accept the fact that I'm not going to be able to know about all these like events.
Well, you don't know about it, but people love doing events. And they just
Yeah.
like, there's so many people that have these meetups and they don't know how to contact people other than, a little blast message. And then a lot of, when you get a message from somebody you don't know, most people don't respond. And
Yeah.
unless it's like, hey, that's right down the road from me, and then people respond. But a lot of people are having like great meetups, and that now they have these meetup groups. Also, when you set it up, you set up I might have it automatically make a room for you, a group named after the event. And then you just tell, and in the listing, you can click it and it'll add you to that group. And now you're in the group for all the information about those meetups. And then people can do them regularly. And you already have your set group of people as that grows. Like Flat Earth Social, you go on there on the messaging. Here, I'll show you. If you go on the messaging and you go to Flat Earth Social right there, there's 210 people in there. And so every time they have a meetup, they're just blasting information in there. But this way people can swipe, like, oh my God, there's a meetup right, in Port Chester, New York. That's, 10 minutes away, whatever. And then people can meet up. Like if someone even says, hey, I'm going to a concert, in New Haven. And anybody want to meet up before the concert and go to the concert? You just meet up with other flat earthers. If 2 people show up, it's an event. Right?
Yeah. Sure.
So,
No, I mean it's a great idea. Like it's so new. I feel like it's such a new way to do it. And for the most part, flat earthers, like in my experience, like it's it's pretty safe to bet that like you're gonna like get along with them well. But you never know. But I think has there been any like issues with that at all? Like has anybody? I guess that's my question. Has there ever been any like? And I don't mean to say like to be naysaying. I'm just curious to know has there been any issues with that kind of stuff?
you
that
mean
you
like
might know of?
bad, like crappy people doing crappy
Like
things?
anything that's like a ill-intended kind of a thing, just by like taking advantage of
Here's
people
the
who want to
thing.
meet up.
All the flat earthers, they're all good people. They all have good intentions. We all want the same thing. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it seems like that to me. Yeah.
at all of the events you've went since we met in Dallas, every single person is freaking cool. Every single person's amazing. The only people
Yeah.
that suck are the ballers. And thank God
Yeah.
they won't spend the $3 to get the app, or they won't spend the $11 to get the subscription. So I say there's going
That's
to be
true.
zero trolling on there. But the thing is, it's self-reporting. If somebody puts up a crappy listing, within minutes, people are going to see it. They're going to go, oh, this is bullshit. They're going to alert the developers got it. Bam, they see it. That guy's off the app, off the comma chat. The listing's gone, and it's gone. Ballers are big. They're online. They're the big bullies online. In person, they're nothing. They're nothing.
Right.
They're nothing.
Yeah, no, and well, having those little things there, making the app like a few bucks, like is huge, honestly, because the more I do this content, the more I realize how much bullshit we get from ballers, and I don't even know if they're bots or what's going on. It's strange. So like the fact that you have something that's self-regulating, like through the community's actually making it pure. And it's working. It's amazing, man. You've done something really, really great for a lot of people. You like before your app, like this was really, really tough. All the stuff that you're accomplishing, like it was frustrating. I remember there were like people that were attempting what you were doing. Truth Zoom. I remember. You remember that guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And there was all these ideas out there that like
I actually tried to help those guys, but they're like they didn't see it. They didn't see it.
Right. No, we needed the Weiss to kind of see where you have a good mindset for this, and and you're committed, man. Like I mean, you like I know you. This is like 24/7. Your kind of obsession, and it shows. It's a good thing.
It's actually like 29/8 now.
Really?
Yeah, I work like 29 hours a day, 8 days a week. Okay.
Were you able to relax in Mexico a few weeks ago, or was it?
And God, the amount of crap I get all days and out in the Caribbean. I went to Mexico, which is cheaper to live than here, and I worked from Mexico. But yes, I was able to relax. I did have. I didn't work. I didn't do interviews every day. I did 1 or 2 interviews a week, sometimes 3, and that's it. And then, the rest was just, planting my feet in the sand and exercising and enjoying myself. A lot of kite surfing,
Nice.
But
Nice.
here's something that's cool. So in the profile section, and I'm encouraging everyone to just fill out your profile. Put in a nice picture of yourself, or if you don't want to put a picture of yourself, that's your prerogative. Put in your skills, what you do. Okay. Put in keywords. And if you go in, if I hit edit and we scroll down, you put in your basic information. And then right here, it says search. It says search terms for your profile. So put in stuff, what you do. Like, hey, I'm a software engineer. I build cabinets, whatever cabinets, South Carolina, just all sorts of stuff. So people can actually find you. So somebody emailed me the other day, said, hey, Dave, you were in the solar business. Do you know any good solar installers? I happen to know one in Florida. And I happen to know a great solar installer in Florida, one of my best friends. And it's perfect. And he's a flat earther, right? We all want to work with other flat earthers. Remember when Bowler said, good luck getting a job, right? Good luck getting a job with us is to them.
Right.
Because if you had 10 people, like, hey, you need an assistant. You got 10 people. 9 of them are pretty well qualified. And the 10th one is just slightly less qualified, but he's a flat earther. Who you hire?
Flat earther all the way.
All
Absolutely.
the way. So you can search keywords. So he's in solar. So I'm just going to type in solar. And up comes, there he is. There's my buddy Anthony. And you pull him up, and he's just filling out his profile now. He does solar, and boom, now they're in Connect. They can connect and do business together. I think they're actually doing a project on this guy's house, and it's going to be amazing. Solar, by the way, solar in Florida. If anyone is in Florida that you own a house, talk to Anthony. Talk to Anthony, because it pays for itself like that. It just pays for itself. You can literally put it on a credit card. They'll actually finance it for you, and it's all cash flow positive. Like, Crumb, if you had a house in Florida and you had no money to your name, you can get solar and that'll put money in your pocket. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I want everyone on there. I want everyone doing stuff. Even if you're just like, hey, I do house cleaning. If you're a house cleaner, right? If you're a house cleaner, put your area house cleaning. A lot of people are looking for house cleaners, chefs, gardeners, whatever. And there's so much that can be done. And we'll be able to find each other. So fill out your profiles the best that you can. Use those keywords, and then the about you, put all the information you want. Tell your story so someone can look at it. And also, when people are messaging people like, hey, we're in the same town, I'm looking for some flat earth friends, they're going to check out your profile before they reply to you. Put some stuff there so they know you're not a creep.
Yeah,
they know you're not a creep, right?
Right. Is there any possible way? I'm just thinking outside the box, and because I have a hard time using my phone. I just do. I try to do everything on the computer. Is there any way in the future that this might be applicable, like as like a desktop app?
Dude, are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
This is on my fucking desktop. This is an app on my desktop.
Are you serious? I can do this on my computer?
Oh, it's only for Mac right now.
Okay. Well, I have a Mac. I can do that. I've
download it. Go to the App Store and download it. Actually, wait until tomorrow.
God! Seriously?
It's seriously there.
Oh,
it just came out yesterday. However, people are having issues where they restored their subscription, and then 2 minutes later they're unsubscribed again. Yet they keep after hitting restore. That's going to be fixed tomorrow. New versions coming up, but download it. It's pretty good. And then
that's what you're talking about. Okay, sorry,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
cool.
And the thing is, you log in with the same username, and then what it does is it logs you out of your phone device if you have both. If you only have the computer, then just stay on the computer. So whatever one you're logged into, it'll log the other one out automatically. So you're not logged into two places at the same time.
Gotcha.
Get it? So yes, Mac is available. You might not see it. Some computers might. You'll look and it'll say no results when you search for Flat Earth. But you can find it on MacBook Pro. I forget what version. But tomorrow It'll be available for all Macs operating system 11 and higher. And we're up to like 13 or 14 right now. So that should be most everybody.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you already have it on your iPhone, you don't have to pay for it again. You can download it for free.
That's
Right?
that's a
'cause
game
I'm-
changer right
'cause I'm
there.
a-
Sorry, I
yeah.
didn't hear that. I know Eric. Yeah, I am listening to Weiss. Okay, he's got a lot. I'm taking it all in here. My coffee
all-
hasn't kicked in yet. But no,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
all right.
I'm gonna use the shit out of this app now that it's on the computer because it's not that like it's nothing to do
No,
with
I get
the
it.
app.
I
That's
get it. I
perfect.
get it. And then everyone's gonna be, what about PC? What about PC? We're making another version that'll be for PC, Linksys, and also Mac. It's actually going to be a website version. Like when you go to Facebook, you're in a browser. It's going to be that version, but that costs a lot of money. It's going to take, about 3 months to get it done. They're already working on it. It costs a ton of money. So everybody listening, please subscribe. I need that money to pay that bill, right? It's 5 figures, but I'm doing it because I want everyone to have it. I want everyone that has an internet connection to have the ability to find Flat Earth content. They don't want us looking at all of the content because they know if they see it, if regular people see it, they'll wake up. That's what they're afraid of. That's what they're afraid of.
Yeah, no, I mean having it off grids like this, and so you're in charge of all the rules. It seems like it's the only way. I get so frustrated when I like Google. There was like a Globebusters. I remember that was really good. I'm trying to look up Globebusters and something, and it just won't show me anything. And I'll spend half hour
what?
just trying to find something online that like they won't show me. It drives me insane.
I will. I just need somebody to do it, but I can take all of the Globebusters shows and index them so they show up in the search. So all you type is in Globebusters, Curious J, one Curious J, whatever, and they'll all be tagged. So you'll be able to find all of them on the app. I will do that. I just need the time or somebody willing to do it. And that takes a day, of cutting and pasting, and putting each one in because each one has to go in separately. So, people like, Dave's only putting in the videos that he wants on the app. 100% true. 100% true. But guess what? I want all the good ones. I put Eric DeBay's videos in there. I put Stinky Cash's videos in there. These guys hate me. Okay. But I'll put them in there because they're good videos. And I just don't care what problems they have because they're not my problems.
Well, no, I mean, DeBay's videos are top notch. No one can debate that.
Excellent. They're really great. They're really great. But I put them in there. I always show it. I promote his stupid book. Okay. You know why? Because it's a fucking great book. Excuse my language.
No, you're fine.
It's a great book. Well, you've had Lowry on here, so
exactly.
I can go 30 times.
So this all happened like as of like this morning or yesterday. Getting this
the Mac version went live yesterday, but it's only showing on certain computers, certain Macs, like a specific operating system. So if it doesn't show up, it's because wait until tomorrow. It will show up after tomorrow. I'm guessing tomorrow, by this time tomorrow, it'll be live. And then you can
Rose
download
says
it.
she wants to help with this. I think I want to help with this. I mean, one thing I know about this community is that everyone's here because they woke up to flat Earth and they feel an inclination to do something. That's why I'm here. And it's not to make money. It's actually the opposite. Like we all woke up and we're not all great debaters, but we want to put our energy towards this because it matters to us. So I think, and so I think for anybody out there who wants to like contribute to the cause, maybe they can hit you up, Dave, and say, hey, I would be down to like do some tagging on videos or something.
I have so much going on right now. What I really want people to do is use the video, just start with the image search for things. And if they don't show up, and if you have a good quality picture, meme, whatever, I take funny ones, I do all sorts of stuff. Send it to me. Give me the tag words that you think, or just I'll figure them out if you don't want to. And then literally people send me an email. 2 minutes later, I email them back on search for it on the app. It's there. and it's phenomenal. How I want to see 5,000 new pictures this year. I want 5,000 new images on there. And so when you put it up, like, what one of the things is this whole thing with that pastor that said that one picture is going to fix the earth, going to disprove flat earth. And he shows the sun underneath these thin clouds. So you just type sun under, boom. And here are a bunch of pictures that prove, hey, look, the sun is actually under the clouds, but the tops of the clouds are lit. Right? See that? Right? So that gets rid of the sun under clouds. If you look here, the sun is just there on the horizon, but the bottoms of the clouds are dark, right? And now the tops of the clouds are lit and the sun is under the clouds. Where's their excuse now? And the answer is clouds are thick and they won't show the sun coming through. Here is both. We got thin clouds. So you could say the sun is lighting up the clouds near the top here where you can't see my finger. And down here, the sun's definitely under those clouds from your point of view, but it's not lighting up the bottoms. The tops are lit. So it's all perspective. That sun is higher than the clouds. It just looks like it's lower.
Yeah.
So when somebody brings it up, you have these images at your fingertips. Look, there's a clear one. You can see the tops of the clouds are lit and the bottoms are not.
Yeah. I've seen some videos that aren't flat earthers that are just taking videos of the sunset, like ones that were recent, and it just shows the sun getting really small. And it's great to see this on non-flat earther videos on YouTube. Like they're just normal people with like no subscribers, and you can find it like, hey, sunset, and oh, the sun went away. Like people are accidentally showing flat earth proofs too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you, man. It's really cool to see the whole thing like unfold over the last few years. How long has it been since you started the app?
2018, I think. 2018 it started, yeah. So it's been almost 6 years.
Wow.
And I used to think, hey, I'm done. Thanks for the offer, Rose. Well, I might take you up on it as soon as I'm ready. So I keep thinking, all right, I just had this feature and I'm done. I'll just have this feature. I'm done. Now I realize it'll never be done because I keep coming up with more ideas.
You're an artist, man. No, like I've known there was this one cello player who was 95 years old, and they asked him, why does he keep practicing? And he goes, because I almost got it. I'm almost there. And I feel like you have the same kind of artistic flair for your app here. It's never going to be done. It's a work of art, and it's a good thing, man. You want to chase that while you have it.
If you think about it, when I first did it, the whole meetups thing really wouldn't work. There wasn't enough people, and now there's enough people on it. There's enough people on it. Hey, I want to discuss. I was very excited. There was all of these pings happening since last Friday, and the app. If you have your new user notification on, it was going crazy. We're up like 8,000 or 10,000 since Friday. Wow. So what that was, it's not all new users. So there actually is an uptick in new users, but people remember their radius count went down about a month ago, where we removed 20 or 30,000 people from the friend finder because they didn't have logins. They had they joined the friend finder before you had to log in. So we weren't indexing them right. And their names were none. So we removed all of them. They were never counted as blue dots. So the counter on the bottom on the friend finder, the counter did not represent them. So we took them off. So the next time that they go into the app, they have to log in. And when they log in for the first time, that triggers a new user notification. So those are all the people that have been logging in
I see.
Over the last week. So it is tapering down. But we went up like 13, 14,000. So we're almost there. We're almost there.
What's the running toll of people that have signed up for that, or that are on there, or that say they're a flat earther? Is there? Can you give me like a number of people in the world?
The only number that I really count is this number is underreported, but I do the morning push notifications for the featured video. If you on the app say, I will accept push notifications, then you're counted in that count. And I think it's 172,000 people that accept push notifications. How many people don't accept push notifications? I don't know. But I'm only counting the ones that do because I just like to keep it conservative.
My computer. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh. You're breaking up.
Why my computer just took a second?
You're breaking up. Now I'm all alone.
I know. Shoot. You hear me?
You're breaking up. You're like roboting. You are Mr. Robot. I'm reading the chat if anyone says anything. What's up, Zach? You're still roboting. Oh, now you sound good.
Okay, does that sound okay? Okay. I don't know. Something weird happened. So one of my screen. Right.
You want to know the saddest thing about summer? Not that it's summer, it's friggin' freezing today. Is I can't wear this tinfoil hat anymore. This thing has silver lining in it, and literally when I put it on, it's totally chill. It's like the best thing ever. And
I don't know what's going on with my computer. It just acted really weird. This never happened before. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
This is so weird. My whole I don't know. Something's in the matrix here. Here we go. Okay, let me look that up. Allow. What the?
All right.
Here we go. Okay. I'm here now. Okay, everything
Three
okay?
Fingers it says Dave, I'll see you on the 20th. What is going on the 20th? Where am I going to see you on the 20th? I have no idea. The 20th. The hell's on the 20th? Now I'm curious. Now I have to look at my calendar. The 20th is Tommy. That's Tommy. I'm going to be speaking at a pig roast in South Carolina or North Carolina.
Okay.
I will be there virtually.
Nice. Okay. I don't know why I think we're back. I think everything's fine. Damn Mercury retro. I knew it. Can you hear me okay? Is this on?
I hear you good, but you chop every once in a while. But I'm having a little flash going on also. Every once in a while I'm flashing. I don't know, man.
I don't know either. How about I take a quick commercial break and I can kind of take a look at this. It'll, and
all right.
We'll be right back.
All right.
My new sponsor here. Where is it? There we go.
Are you experiencing signs of discomfort or irritability while watching NASA and space news? Have you noticed your sense of reality becoming more and more blatantly and obviously shattered? Do you find your cognitive dissonance increasing more and more as you live life post-pandemic? Are you struggling to maintain relationships with friends, colleagues, and loved ones? Well, now there's Flatal. Flatal has been tested and proven to help aid in the awakening of the collective consciousness. Flatal can help you decipher the truth from the lies that we were all taught. Flatal can help cure symptoms of chronic appealing to authority, systemic brainwashing, excessive need for conformity, NASA fanboy syndrome, delusional belief of the moon landing, and diarrhea. Talk to your doctor today and see if waking the f*** up is right for you. Side effects may include losing your family, losing your job, losing your mind, questioning your sanity, questioning your gullibility, questioning literally everything in your life, and diarrhea.
Follow Crumb. Follow Crumb. Follow Crumb. Don't follow Crumb.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
And I fixed my issue. I don't know how, but I fixed it. Look, my hand is in front of my thing.
Well, I fixed the sound and now I can't see anything because the screen. This is going to be like a podcast. I see nothing right now, but I'm just
boy.
I know this is ridiculous. But it sounds good, right? Everything sound okay?
Yeah,
That's all
that
that
sounds
matters.
good.
All right, all right. Well, hold on one second. This is ridiculous. What is going on in the world? For some reason, my screen just went out, like my main screen. So everything is here. Let me see if I know what to do. So Dave, tell me, if you were a new flat earther today, like if you just woke up, what do you think, like where besides your app, like if people don't know about the app, where like how do you avoid the censorship, and like I guess my question is like, how is it possible to be a new flat earther today without knowing your app, or knowing or recognizing that Google is doing this? Do you think there's a chance, or is it harder than it used to be?
You know, when we started getting into like the war, if you will, and I came up with the idea of just uploading so many videos. I had a whole bunch of people, and we dumped like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of premier good flat Earth videos out within a couple of days. And now the Globers are doing it. You search flat Earth, everything's propaganda, page after page after page. And
Yeah.
then if you sort by date, that used to bring up all of our stuff, which it does, but they're flooding so much garbage in there that, you know, hey, if there was 5 great new flat Earth videos put up, there's 100 other just shorts crap by these guys.
Yeah.
And so they're using, you know, the same technique that we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, it seems like, how do you feel? I mean, it sucks because like when I put your name into YouTube, like there's
You
like
get,
a
you get
certain
nothing. You get
right,
nothing.
and you've done
You-
all this work. Have you considered like talking to them, or like sending them like a, I don't know. I feel like there's just something illegal going on about that. Like that would infuriate me if I was you. And to have like the number one thing
I
pop
can't.
up is, you know,
The thing is,
kinda,
though, I broke their algorithm by going on so many different shows that have nothing to do with flat Earth, and then
mhm.
now I've created my own algorithm with the app so people can find it. So, hey, I'm not here pushing the app, but I'm pushing the app because you can go to somebody, have a conversation with them, car ride, standing in line somewhere, whatever, and they're like, "All right, where do I find more information?" Where are you going to tell them to go? Where are you going to tell them? What's
Right.
what's the and everybody walks around with their, you know, give them Eric DeBay's book, but they're going to put the book down. Nobody puts their phone down, right? When they're stuck in line, when they're stuck in the
That's a good
traffic, or
point.
what, they got their phone. They're like, let me just open up this app. Bam, 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 bam. It's all there. So
No, that is true. Like being able to adapt with what's going on. I've recognized recently that doing shorts is kind of the future as well. Even though I don't like shorts, I like a long cast, but you know, it's just where it's going. Like, and I've been seeing you on the TikTok as well, making shorts, but just like adapting to where it's going is just like you can't avoid it.
and
And
here's the thing. A lot of people hate TikToks because it's shortening the attention span. No, fluoride, the juice, all that other stuff is shortening attention span, right? There, it's already shortened. And
that's a good
TikTok is
point.
waking up. Now, TikTok's slowly getting censored, but you can have a flat Earth video go viral, right? Some of these guys that are on the featured page, they're getting 100,000 views, a million views, some of them on stuff. So embrace it, because you know, if you can't get somebody to go sit down to a 3-hour movie on something they hate, but you can get them to watch a 60-second video, right?
Right.
And then they watch that, they're like, whoa, that was interesting. The next thing you know, they're watching, you know, 5 hours of Iwaran, and they're like, what the hell's going on here? And that's what it takes. So you know, look at my DITRH channel. I put out a 5-minute video. People accuse me of making a documentary now, right? Because it's short videos just to get your attention, right? That'll lead you to the better, to the bigger, better stuff. Bigger is better.
You
At
know,
least that's what I'm told.
it's true. Like I recognize that like I would make stuff that was way too long. Like when I did sports for GNN, I was making those way too long. You know, I should have made them quicker, but like I can't help it. I got that old paradigm where I'm like, it's like a long thing. And
Yeah.
speaking of which, somebody in the chat said, when are we doing GNN again? And what do you think about that?
When Alex Stein says he'll come back, I'll do it.
All right, I'll work on that. Have you talked to him recently?
No, he got so mad at me like a chick. I don't even know what it was about. It was literally, without getting into it, I was Jaron and I, basically, maybe you too, were the only ones defending him to all the flat earthers that are saying he was a sellout. I was defending him. And then that got convoluted into a thing where he thought I was throwing him under the bus. It was just nonsense. And then he's screaming at me on the phone. He's like, I'm never going to talk to you again. I'm like, then hang up. And he hung up. I haven't talked to him since. That's his problem, not my problem. Here's the thing. I don't focus on the drama. People are like, have you seen this horrible video about you by, McToon or whatever? I'm like, no, I don't watch McToon. Why would I see it? Right. And so, and I get what Jaron's doing, what the other people are doing. They're exposing these frauds, right? They're exposing themselves. Austin's awesome at it. Jaron's awesome at it. They're exposing them. But if we didn't take the time to expose them and we ignored them, would anyone even know they exist? Who would they be talking to?
Right.
Because if they go out and try to find a new audience, they're going to actually expose people to flat earth. They're going to wake up people. But we're having them suck our energy. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I'm just saying I don't do it. I'm not interested. And that's, according to them, that's because I'm scared. I'm afraid. These guys they'll never admit they're wrong. Even when we got them in a corner proving they're wrong, they can't do it. Ask a Glober. Say this. Say, if the earth is not moving, then it's what? They can't say stationary. Even to just say, if the earth isn't curving, then it's what? And they can't answer it. They can't say, well, yeah, if the earth isn't curving, then it's flat or level, whatever. They can't say any of it. They won't. They are unable to say it, which is kind of revealing.
Well,
I've been
kind of obsessed with this. Let me ask you a question. Like, I didn't realize that the Ptolemaic model was supposedly a geocentric, stationary ball. And I'm not even sure if that's really true. But it's so dumb, this Eratosthenes thing. When I try to just find when did we go from everybody thinking flat and level to a ball, you go to the sticks and shadows, and it's just two wells, except Neil deGrasse Tyson says there's a third one, and because of math. And I'm like, there has to be more out there that was convincing, and there's not. They just said Eratosthenes wasn't trying to prove that it was a ball. He was just trying to get the circumference. He already knew it. And then I'm like, well, when did we make that switch? And what was the evidence? And it's fucking frustrating because nobody wants to just recognize that our default when we from our senses is flat and stationary. They forget that that's an option. And like what you're saying, it's if it's not this, what is it? Well, it's what our senses tell us. And for some reason, we have been completely indoctrinated to just ignore that, or to think that what our senses is telling us is stupid. Oh man, it's so frustrating.
So here's a trick that Globers do. They say things that aren't true. One of the Dave McKeegan guy, he put out one. A flat Earth killer is the sun at sunset shines on the bottom of planes, and he showed a whole bunch of cartoons. Then he showed a couple videos of airplanes with the sun shining on the side of the plane, not on the bottom. But he says it in such a way in his voice of he's a man of smartness, and everyone's like, flat earthers are going, Dave, I don't know if there's an answer to this. How do you answer this? I go, did you watch the friggin' video? There's nothing. And then the thing with Neil deGrasse Tyson, so he listens to us, then he backpedals. He backpedals because he says, we prove that it doesn't prove flat or round. But he goes, Eratosthenes, if you had a third well, it doesn't work on a flat Earth. And this is the friggin' picture they showed with the third well.
I know.
It's exactly the same, right? And then he knows that he goes, in New York during the winter when they're having a football game, the sun's setting, but out in LA, the sun is much higher in the sky. And he's like, how do you explain that to flat earth? He knows. He's just a liar. He's a liar.
Well, what's interesting is he's the only one that talks about this third well. Like I couldn't find like Sagan or everything else is just two wells proves it. And then
this is literally it's hard to see here. This is the shadow. He says, but it does work perfectly. In his illustration, it works.
Yeah.
Right. But he says it doesn't work, right? Because belief, as Crow says, belief is the enemy of knowing. I'm changing it. Belief is the lazy man's knowing.
Right.
Because somebody said it, they sound authoritative. They showed me a picture. I didn't really use my brain and analyze that picture at all. Therefore, I believe it. Right. And just look, here's the thing. Do not be afraid of any global proof because they don't have one. They don't have any. They're all nonsense. Right. I used to be like, oh shit, here it comes again. Guys like, Dave, I want your Bitcoin thing. I've got the proof. I'm like, instead of having me pass all the information back and forth, just tell me what your proof is. No, this is a good one. I'm just like, tell me or forget about it. And then they tell me, and it's like the dumbest crap ever. It's literally like friggin' 2014 third grade stuff. It's just nonsense.
Well, yeah, or you'll get like, well, we know it's a globe because you're stupid, or like basic math. Like just saying the word math or science, like somehow is a proof, which is fascinating. But that's what I wonder. My question to you is: you've probably dealt with the most people. I mean, you haven't really dealt with you have, but like mostly you're dealing with people who are kind of open to it. I'd assume on all these podcasts that you're doing. Because there's tons that you're doing, but you had to have had you're kind of an expert at dealing with shit energy on this topic. You have to be you've gotten to a point where you can kind of take yourself out of the equation and not get reactive and just and understand that even if they're being shitty, it's not them, it's their indoctrination. So my question to you is, do you have any framework or any advice for anybody else that are talking about it to stay composed and not take things personal?
Real quick, Alex Michael, check your Skype. The reason the way I do it is I look at my position. Well, I look at all of our positions. Our position is we've realized the deception. We know the earth is a level, horizontal, non-rotating plane. We know that we don't know a lot. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know. We know these things. This is a good position to be in, right? We're on the right side. I know that these guys, and what do I know about these guys? Are they purposely lying? Are they possessed by the evil spirits? Or are they just that dumb? Okay? I don't want to be in any of those places. So I can see why they're getting triggered. They're getting triggered because they're having their ball taken away, right? They're little babies that are having their ball taken away. And I just let them have it. I just let them go, right? You were talking to me before we started about the Professor Dave debate. I actually went into that thinking that he would listen and think about the things that I said. That's the most naive thing I've ever done.
Well, we all do it. That's how I lost my friends. A lot of my friends. I'm like, my friends need to know this. I'm like, they're gonna be so happy when I show them this shit. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But so we all do that. We all have we have good intentions. I mean, a part of us is just upset that we've been lied to, and it breaks our heart. I mean, for me personally, it breaks my heart to see other human beings just not only being deceived, but Stockholm syndrome, advocating for the deception. It's disturbing to a level that I can't even explain. And it's not something that humans are used to. We're I don't know a lot of times in history where halfway through your life, you realize the thing that you're on is completely different, and the rest of the world is purposely ignoring it. And it's huge. It's a psychological, it's enough to send anybody to the cuckoo farm. And the fact that this community has brought us here is kept us sane. It could have gone so many worse ways. So I guess you know, I don't know where I'm kind of going with this. I'm just kind of thinking like it's important to constantly remind yourself where they're at and everybody's on their journey and not take it personal, even though like they're being shitty at us. And that's because it's working. People don't get shitty at you when you say like a claim, like not saying that like Bigfoot's not real, but it doesn't threaten people. They're not going to yell at you and say get a fucking science book when you say that there's this Bigfoot, but this one, it triggers them because there's some truth to it. And I guess like, but I mean, what's the worst in your opinion, besides Dave? Was there an interview that just went really wrong and was really, really like verbally abusive to you or anything?
No, there was like Brad Olson. He was more interested in his bowl of cereal than listening to anything we had to say. He's the guy that's been to Antarctica. Therefore, the Earth is a globe because he's been to Antarctica, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so that, and then you got the guy what's that? I forget his name. The really stupid guy. It was so dumb. Jaron and I had him on. Joel. It wasn't Joel. Maybe it was Joel. There was a couple guys, but I look forward to the people that think flat Earth is dumb and that I'm an idiot because if they're willing to listen, and if they're not, there's never an example where they don't expose themselves and wake more people up. I've gotten
That's a good point.
Now hundreds and hundreds of emails from people that saw the Professor Dave, Phony Fake Professor Dave video, and they said, "Hey, I'm definitely not a flat earther. The Earth is definitely a globe. But why did he act like that? He acted very unprofessional, and you were very good." And I said, well, because he's not in it for the truth. Here, watch these videos, and I'll send them the movies playlist or something, right? I say, here, just watch the first 3 of these movies, right? Then a couple days goes by, and I get an email back going, "Holy crap, this stuff is real? I had no idea." I never would have been able to get to those people. They were trapped in that, gated hallway. But then they contacted me. So I now have direct contact with them, and I could post links. You'll notice on all of these shill sites, all of these preachers that are just preaching nonsense, you can't post a link. You can't post a link in their chat because they don't want that. They won't let you post a link to something useful, because if you see something useful, that's it.
Well, I mean, I think everybody knows deep down like what this represents. It doesn't just prove it's flat. It proves that our whole way of life is on a mistaken structure. I mean, our whole like civilization and how we function as society with our schools and what we like value and how we just function as humans, like it's all because of this lie. And the more indoctrinated a person is, the more part of the system they are. That seems like the more combative they are. If I have, how dare you come along and challenge my 3 degrees? So all of a sudden now people that look at like they're the least likely to look in on it, and they're also the ones that have the most power. And which is interesting, why like that's kind of why flat Earth, if you see like who's woken up, it's the misfits. It's kind of it's not necessarily the ones that are like the super rich or the ones that have a lot of clout in their community. Like and it makes sense who it would be. It would be the ones that are a little off and have like have a strong structure that doesn't mind being against the grain, or is at least used to it, or doesn't have a job that like requires obedience of some sort. So it's just this is how it's going to be, or this is how it works. Like it's not going to be the scientists, it's not going to be the physicists that point out flat Earth. It's going to be people like us. Like I'm not comparing me and you. You got your shit together way more than I do, but we can hang out on a boat and have a margarita, and it's a different kind of breed for now. But and really quickly, I went to a flat Earth meetup a couple of weeks ago, and Dan the Waterman said that I'm he thought that I'm one of the normal ones, and I'm like, we got a long way to go if I'm one of the normal ones. And I thought that was really strange that he said that. But it's kind of funny because it's getting more and more normalized, is what I mean. Like the people that are coming out of out more, like
Dude.
they're becoming like, these are just neighbors. These are like your next door neighbor.
We have
house.
enough. We have enough people now where we don't have to deal with non-globers in business, in friendships. We can build our community. And because here's the thing, Glober, flat earther, who's never, ever going to switch to the other side? Flat earthers never going to the globe. Not because we're unwilling to change our mind. We changed our mind based on new information. And that information has showed us the globe is not even an option anymore. We're willing to listen, but you know, I'm betting 3 Bitcoins that you can't show me anything that'll move me back. The Glober, if they have a brain, a heart, they'll end up as a flat earther eventually. So flat earth has already won. It's over.
Yeah.
We've already won. It's just, we need to now allow it in. We need to not be afraid to talk to anybody about it. Find the right way to do it. Could be asking a question. It could be like, hey kids, you know, you think your parents are crazy. We're going to have movie night tonight. I'm going to pay you all $50, but you pay them to watch a friggin' movie, whatever. Let them use the car, whatever it is, you know, give them, just say, just watch this movie with us. And then you're free to go, right? Just something, whatever it is that might work for some kids. It might not work for others. There are a million different ways to wake anybody up that has a brain. They have to have a brain though. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of those brains are fluoridated beyond repair. And, you know, you have to also know when to just be like, enjoy your ball.
Yeah, no, well, it's not just the ball though. There's people really, they refuse to believe that they live in a world that can be that deceiving. I think it's their ego protecting them, you know. And it's not because this is easy stuff. Like these proofs are like anybody can understand. Like the people that don't, like they've accomplished greater feats than realizing that, than looking at a flight plan in the South. Like it's not hard. And the way I look at it is, if it was a spinning ball in space, there would be certain things that would just be there, like pictures or southern flights that connect, or like a 24-hour sun proof. There would be so many pictures of the Earth. There would be people up. There would be so many satellite pictures. There would be a camera on the moon 24/7. There would just be so many things. And that's where it gets tough. Is like,
hey, Flatard, look, there's 9 pictures of the Earth right here. Okay, there's 9. Okay,
there's 9. There should be 30,000 a day.
Dude, they're very expensive to get out there. It's very expensive. Okay, all right, but here's 9. Know what these 9 prove? That 8 of them, if not all 9, are fake. We know all 9 are fake, but a Glober will have to admit that 8 of them are fake.
Right, exactly. Or like that one flight in the South.
They won't do it.
There might be one flight in the South where a plane's going really fast and using jet streams. Like, nope, that proves it. It's like, but if it was a ball, there would be just as many in the South as there are in the North. Like that, like them, or like these 24-hour suns. There's one video where he's kind of like, there's just showing one is even more obvious proof that it's bullshit. Like there would be a lot. Is what I'm saying, and that's what's so disturbing is that, and all these proofs like came out after Flat Earth, like the 24-hour sun footage, like that stuff that like they keep like putting out now, and it just looks looking better and better. But come on, we would have had it already. It's too late.
You know what, people, when they're talking to some of these Antarctica people, they're like, there was a flight, world record flight around both poles, and they show it here. It goes up over here, you know, Greenland and North Pole. It goes down, and this is, you know, it goes here at the South Pole and back. And when we look at that on a flat Earth map, it's pathetic. It's literally just that, right? But you show that to a globe, and they're like, they short circuit. They short circuit. They change the topic. How
Why,
this is their
why can't
proof.
somebody get in a plane and go south? Like, how's nobody just
It's
even
too
like on like
dangerous.
a
It's too cold. It'll cost it'll cost too much. They could and they could crash, and then they've ruined the ice. And come on, and the penguins, the migrational path.
penguins?
You know, those emperor penguins. They have a very if we interrupt them, it could be very bad.
But what about like those like like cartel like plane flying people in Colombia? Can't one of them just hasn't there been like anybody who's trying to smuggle drugs and like accidentally went south like thinking that they're trying to send drugs to Australia and fucked up? Like is it
They
just that
probably
they're not
have. It's like during those MH17, the MH planes that disappeared. They flew into non-GPS space.
Okay.
On purpose or by accident, and some of the boats searching for them went into non-GPS space, and they were lost for a couple days because
Yeah.
GPS brings you around those spaces. And that probably happens all the time, but how are you going to hear about it? I mean, most people haven't heard about flat Earth. Look at us. Look how many of us there are, and most people haven't even heard about it yet. We're just at the beginning of this. We've already won, but we're at the beginning.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If everybody just started waking people up every day, if everyone did it, the first thing that I'm going to fund is my experiment with the plane and the compass gyro. This is definitive proof. We can prove that it's not instrumental error. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Like somebody's calling me on my computer, so it's really loud. Sorry.
I don't hear it.
Okay, you guys don't hear it? Okay, good.
Yeah. So that's something I'm looking forward to, and literally it's the proof takes a half a day, not even. It's just getting the right people there, filming it, documenting it, and we need to get some like professors, somebody, people that aren't afraid of losing their grants, people that are actually looking for scientific truth, and film the entire thing and film the people filming it and just film the whole thing every way to Sunday. And that'll be amazing.
Well, when do you think it's going to become mainstream enough, and what do you think what kind of impact do you think it's going to have on society once people start to just accept it?
I think I go along with Mark Sargent a little bit. When it goes mainstream, there's going to be mayhem. Everything's going to be
mayhem.
It's going to be mayhem, but mayhem in a good way. It's going to be mayhem for all of the people that are just lost. And then it's going to be a massive download of information. Maybe they're trying to hide this eclipse because maybe the eclipse is going to wake everybody up. Maybe the energy from the eclipse is going to lift the veil. Everyone's going to go, holy crap, the flat earthers were right. And everyone's going to wake up on the 8th. There's my prediction for the 8th. Everyone in the world is going to wake up on the 8th.
I mean, they're acting like it. I mean, they're like, make sure you have food and water. I don't know.
A lot of people said on the 2017 eclipse that they woke up. A lot of people said that it was right at that point that they woke up. Has anyone heard this? Is there an eclipse every spring? This time of year? Is there an eclipse somewhere in the world every year?
There's 2 eclipses every year, and it's when it's during the it's when it goes above and below the
but it's the same time of year. It's the same time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's always the equinox.
So somebody said that right after the eclipse is when the weather shifts. Like we're having crappy weather, but after the 8th, it's going to be summer. Like it's going to be full on springtime, full on spring. So I'm curious if there's a radical shift in the weather after the eclipse.
I'm sorry, it's not the equinox. It's when the nodes. It's the 2 nodes. So the nodes are always changing. But yeah, those are the eclipse. Yeah.
Here's my theory. I have very little proof for it. Is that the movement of the sun and the moon and the eclipses literally map out the seasons, and after they happen, boom, we shift into the next season, and that there didn't used to be storms. There used to be rain that goes here and a steady breeze that goes here, so you can sail all around the world predictively. You always have these currents and everything. And not until man started screwing around with frequencies and spraying the skies and weather that they're literally damming up the natural flow of the Earth's cycles, right? To believe that this intelligently designed Earth has random rainfall that just lets things live perfectly is ridiculous. It's like believing in evolution, right? So I don't think there used to be storms. And if you take it back to the old world where they had these giant airships docking to the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, and everything, a storm would be pretty bad for an airship. Maybe there weren't any storms. Are there any documented storms from 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 150 years ago? I don't know. It's interesting theory.
Interesting. So yeah, storms have just been like geoengineered over the last 100 years.
I think all storms are geoengineered. Yes, rainy season, that that happens in areas, and all of that is the natural cycles of this intelligently designed realm we live in.
Well, what were the Indians dancing for then? If there weren't any storms back then. Hey, I want a little bit of rain.
Well, no, maybe they can. I don't know. If you've heard me talk before, Crazy Dave thinks that clouds are angelic, right? They're delivering the water, and they maybe listen to prayers. You can pray to get a little more water over here. Hey, we need this, we need that, and we're all part of this living system. You can, through the placebo effect, heal yourself. So you don't even need the placebo effect. You just need to have the right thoughts, so the right thoughts can connect with the weather. I don't know. That's just me.
I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think that flat Earth, like as badly as we want it to become, acknowledged and recognized by everybody, I feel like the progression that it's going is is kind of perfect. I think any faster might be more mayhem than we want. And I think that, personally, I like mayhem, but the fact, when I see your app and how many dots there are, the establishment is seeing where this is going, and they're adapting, and they're figuring out. Eventually, they're going to have to adapt to this is the way it is, because mob rule. The way it's that you can't you have to adapt to where people's heads are at. So, but it might be a generational thing. I feel like the ones that are really going to accept it are the new kids, that haven't had, I've had the ball in my life for 35 years. It's harder for me to let go of. I think a 12-year-old probably would be they're not that committed to it. And, and then that will normalize it, in my opinion, as opposed to a bunch of people our age forced to see it. I think it's like racism, where it goes away with a generation, but who knows? I don't know.
It's a fascinating journey. Never bored, bored, always learning, using our God-given common sense compared to, what the Rockefellers want us to just have an atrophied brain that obeys, doesn't know. A person that doesn't know much is easier to control. A person that is sick is easier to control. A person that is malnourished is easier to control. So that's what this is all about. And I don't want any part of it. I'm out. I'm out.
You're gonna mic drop as soon as that happens.
Yeah.
Do you?
No,
worry?
I've already mic dropped. I'm out. I'm out of the system. I'm out.
Have you ever? And you don't have to answer this, but have you ever had any worries or any has anything ever popped up where you've been concerned for your well-being as far as how much damage you're doing to the narrative?
I think that the creators got my back, and
nice answer. I like that.
Yeah, there's my answer, and I may or may not be carrying all the time.
Right on. No, it's true. You have been very open about a lot of your your private life and stuff. You're not extremely private, and I think that's a good thing. For people.
I'm not. Listen, I my name is out there. People can figure out where I live. They know what town I live in, and I just live my life. I don't live in fear anymore. Fear is what gets you. Fear, false evidence appearing real, is like the globe. It's not real. It's not real. Get over it. And I think that we are incredibly powerful spiritual beings that only when you are in fear can these bad things happen to you.
Does it seem to you like the creator kind of does have your back? I've noticed that every time I put energy towards this,
100%, dude.
me too. When I put
1,000%.
energy towards this, everything
1,000%.
kind of starts working in my life, and like my karma is restored the more I do this
Yeah.
in a very strange way. I can't explain it. Maybe I don't know. It just seems like when I don't, when I don't put my energy towards this, it just seems more vapid, or it just seems like I run into problems, even though I ran into some problems today, but things keep flowing, like when you're going on like a pure journey of truth.
Here's the thing with the app. When I came up with the idea of the app, I had great big dreams. I'm like, wow, this is gonna be so easy, and man, it's so much harder than I thought. And the roller coaster is incredible, and it's just mind blowing. But looking back at it, I don't think you can actually have heart filling success unless you really work hard at it. But here's the thing:
Yeah.
I work hard at it, but I love what I do. I love what I
Doesn't
do.
feel like
You know,
work.
people go to their jobs, and then in their spare time they do what I do.
Mhm.
Right? They do it. They
Exactly.
do what I do. They make videos. They talk to people and stuff. I do that 24/7. Right? Or not actually. What I say 27, 28/7, 28/8 or
29/7,
something.
yeah.
29/8, 8 days, 28 hours a day. Because that's what it feels like. But that's what I love to do. And you know, I think I mentioned this the other day about vision boards, right? People told me about vision board. You know what a vision board is, right? You put all your
Yeah.
pixels out of a magazine. You put on there. You write your things on there. And I laughed at it for 10 years. It's like the vision boards kept getting pushed to me. Then one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a vision board. And I made a vision board. 5 years later, everything on that board came true, right?
Mhm.
And then after that, I have my own company. I'm doing all this stuff, making tons of money, lots of free time. I said, I want more free time to do the things that I love and have it work even better. And here I am. Like I'm
Yeah.
work all the time, but I also am free all of the time. Like
I know
I
what you
can just
mean.
pick up and I'm free all the time, even though, I'm working like when Lowry and I are riding up to the Buffalo, we're gonna have 6 hours. What are we gonna be talking about? The weather, football? Okay. I don't even know who played in the Super Bowl this year. I don't even
I have
know.
no
I don't
idea.
even know who the
Yeah.
halftime person was. I don't know.
Mm-mm. Right,
I'm sure it was
right.
satanic, and I'm sure it was all
Of
screwed up.
course. Oh, so many
But
666s everywhere. Yeah.
and we're gonna be thinking of other ways to wake other people up. That's why we've already won, because a lot of people are doing that. A lot of
No,
people.
you're absolutely right. Like before I got into flat earth, when I was like hiding it, it was kind of like a little it was just like a little like a guilty pleasure looking into it, like back in 2016 and stuff. And I used to get down on myself because I was obsessed. I was watching you guys. I was watching Globebusters. I wasn't doing my work as for what I was doing at that time. I wasn't committing to the things that I was supposed to be doing, and I'm like, and I felt like I was being bad by getting the flat earth. And I'm like, you know what? Screw like trying to like not like trying to like fight my urge to look into it. Well, I just need to change directions. And now you're right. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like this is right. And ever since I did, somehow, some way, the creator or universe is giving me everything I needed, and it's been wonderful. I mean, it hasn't been crazy abundance, but like I have everything I need. I'm happy. And it's great, and it feels right. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight it. Like this is just where, like imagine if you were in your old job and you're still trying to do like the solar panel job, but you were obsessed with flat earth. That would be really tough, like you gotta follow where your energy is calling. And a lot of people in this community, I feel like, have a similar path. I see like Run Boston Bear, like he's starting to do a lot of stuff like that's outside of giving proofs. Like everybody's finding their area in the community, and it's growing, and we're realizing there's so much more, and there's so many different ways to contribute, which is beautiful. And you're right. It's made life fun again. It's made life worth living, because I gravitated, no pun intended, to flat Earth because something felt off. The world felt
Dude,
fake.
I
You know?
think that most people's depression, most people that are having trouble in life, it's because their soul is screaming at them to see reality, but they're so deep in the
Right.
matrix, they have no idea. They're literally fighting for their own enslavement,
Yeah.
and that's depressing to a soul, right? And
Big
you know,
time.
look at flat earthers. They're lifting themselves up out of depression, out of, you know, stuff that comes with depression. They're lifting themselves up, and it's amazing. It's actually they're the greatest group of people, all of them, right? In their own ways.
Yeah.
Hey, there's some assholes, but you know, you get a whole bunch of anyone together, you get some assholes, but we all have the same mission. We all want to wake people up. We all are doing it our own way, right?
Yeah.
You know, and those that don't, if you don't like somebody, just ignore them and do it better your way. Do it your way. Your way you might think is better. It could be better for you, but you know, nobody's telling me what to do. I wish somebody would actually tell me what to do. I wish somebody would say, Dave, this is what you need to do today.
This is how it works.
Right?
No,
You just get it
that's
done.
your job.
Get it done.
You're the boss.
Get it done. I'm so tired of it, man. I'm so tired.
Well, one thing about flat earthers is they like to I mean, it's there's a lot of, they like to be in control of their destiny. I think that's a consistent theme. We're not order followers, at least not the first insurgents, but I think as it grows, like, you know, all breeds of people will be joining this, and it'll be beautiful, you know.
Yeah, I just did a show. Ryan Matta, he has a show called Matta of Fact. He's on Rumble and on some other networks. And I did him about a year ago, and he, I convinced him to have me on. He thought flat Earth was stupid. We went for 3 hours, and by the end of the show, he's a smart guy. He's just like, holy crap! And then he got so much email, flat Earth, this and that. And then he said, since then, all of those people have come back to him. Was like, dude, you were right. The Earth is flat.
Yeah.
So that one
Right.
show, you know, is waking up his audience. We've already won. Everyone just has to realize that. Okay. And I just did a show yesterday. I'll be airing it probably, maybe, I don't know, soon. And it's waking up so many people. The ripple effect is insane. And here's the thing: we're growing so fast, and most of the world doesn't even know about flat Earth. I think if you went out like in a random area in town and just said, is flat Earth a thing? How many people, what percentage do you think would be, no, it's not a thing? Or people be like, yeah, everyone hearing stuff about it. I think way less than half would say they even heard of it.
That blows my mind, because I'm so ensconced in it that it blows my mind that like that's other people's reality. It would have to be. Yeah.
What made me realize that that's how big the population is. I was in New York City on 9/11, 10, 15 years after 9/11. It wasn't that long ago. Maybe it was like 2017, 2016, somewhere around there. And we did a survey on the street, how many buildings fell on 9/11, and 95% of 9 out of 10 people never even heard of Building 7. Right?
Yeah.
I think one person said all 7 buildings fell. One person. But everyone's like, 2 buildings. That's it. And that was right in New York City. Okay.
Wait,
I think
all
it gets
of them
worse.
fell? Every single one of them fell? There was.
You didn't even know that 7 World Trade Center buildings.
I just
collapsed.
found out about Building 6 like imploding, but like I didn't know all of them. I thought there would at least be one. 2. Wait, are you telling me?
All 7 buildings got destroyed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so stupid.
And the whole idea of how it happened, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about people in New York City don't know about Building 7, 47 stories, right? Fell into its own footprint, right? Never happened before, except on 9/11, of course. And they didn't even know. So we've got the great thing is the potential for flat Earth is unlimited. It's every single person on Earth. Everyone that finds out about it will become obsessed with it. It's got the greatest retention value. It's the easiest thing to get out there. Right.
But Dave, what does it matter though? That's my favorite though, because because you're right. It does. It's a huge thing. But then when I hear people say, "Oh, but what does it matter?" It makes me wonder, like, well, why are you talking about the Kardashians? Like, what? I would sound like an unhinged asshole if I said, "What does it matter?" to anything. So what? kind of a response to, hey, the world is flat. Oh, what does it matter? Like I could say, hey, the new burrito at Taco Bell is really good. I can easily say, oh, well, what does it matter? I got to go to work. Like, it's such a strange answer to some, and it's because it matters so fucking much. And it's so strange. So like, yeah, can you kind of give your 2 cents on that response? So like, what does it matter?
That's my favorite question. I mean, it matters. There's more, right? You're not a random speck. It brings you back to the creator. It proves creation. And
yeah,
and the example I give, what if there was a building 1,000 miles wide by 1,000 miles long and 500 stories tall? In that building, there's national parks, there's mountains, there's airplanes, there's trains, there's colleges, there's homes, there's 1,000 miles by 1,000 miles. That's huge. Okay. And every time you get within 5 miles of the edge, the National Guard goes, no, you can't go there. No. It's there's ice and penguins. Okay. No.
yeah.
Okay. And then Lowry comes by and goes, dude, there's more. He's like, oh, what does it matter? What's the matter? It doesn't matter. I'm good in here. Everything I need is in here. I met my wife in here. And my kids. It's all good. Look, there's more. There's more. Okay. But everything in there, you're under control. You have to do everything the way they say. You're playing on their rules. If you live in their building, you have to play by their rules. And if you're using their fiat currency, they control your wealth, your energy. Your energy you trade for dollars. They're controlling your dollars. They're inflating them. They're doing everything. So we need to get off their ballpark, get off their ball, right? And stop playing by their rules. That's it. We don't need to take them down. I keep saying this. We need to just start our own thing. And that's what we're all doing. We're doing it. Everyone, all flat earthers, we're doing it. We're unplugging from the system. And, I might be the first person that figured out a way to do it and support myself inside their monetary system. But I have to tell you, this is the most exciting field ever. You said before, we don't do it for money. Well, you shouldn't have to do anything for money. But your energy should be traded for other energy. You should trade it for other energy because, you have value. So I'm trading my value for something that's self-fulfilling. I mean, when I wake somebody up, that's the greatest thing. I don't care about their $3 or their subscription, $11, right? I do because that goes right back in. I do more stuff with it, right? This is the most exciting thing ever, and it's the greatest potential ever. So, there's people like things like on the app. If you go to the shopping center, this guy, I wonder how he's doing. This guy that did these coins. Right, he was selling them in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
right. They're cool. They're super cool. They're awesome.
Yeah,
they're awesome. Right, and he's doing them for $25. It's amazing, and that's a great little gift. And what does that gift do? You give it to your nephew, your little kid, or something. It's that's so cool, flat Earth. And he's like, here, give him Conspiracy Music Guru's book, and he scans it. Now he's watching video. It's boom. You've made people in the thing. So there's lots of opportunity for people to create their own businesses. And besides just flat earth business, as I said before, fill out your profile, put in your skill. If you're like you can help people plant gardens, build raised garden beds, just put it in there. If someone's like, you know what, I need help building a raised garden bed. I need help starting chickens. I want chickens. Can somebody set me up with everything I need? You're the chicken guy, right? And then and who do you want to work with? A Glober chicken guy or a flat earther chicken guy? Okay. Whatever it is. And we have the mass now to do that. So everybody fill in your profiles, fill in your stuff. And then over the next year, people will find you. People will find you. And they'll do business with you rather than do it with someone else. People do business. People want solar on their house. Type in solar. Find my buddy Anthony. He's awesome. And his company, they crank out like 200 a month, 200 installations. It's because it's awesome. But anybody can do stuff in there. If you want lessons on how to act like a fag, type in Conspiracy Music Gurus. Type in fag. Okay. Oops. Sorry.
He wrote a song about it. No,
All right. I'm just trying to inspire him to write a song about me. That's all. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying I'm not saying there's anything wrong with him. I'm just saying he may act that way. That's
right.
all right. Shots fired. Sorry. No, I was just
No,
kidding.
well,
I was-
you know, this community we can also take some funny. We're all smart enough to know like when something is you know a joke. You know, you're not gonna take
Right.
anything personal there. I love it, man. You know, I don't know. It's just you're right. Like you've helped. Just this whole thing unfolding. Like when I first met you was, you know, you had this like from to me like you. I couldn't help think of you in like sort of like a celebrity status, just because this is such a big deal to me, and I couldn't help just feel so appreciative of the gift of this, you know. And so like it changed my whole world. Like with you and Jaron, like I listened to you guys a lot, and you know, I obviously eventually I met you guys. Like my energy just I couldn't help gravitate towards you guys because I appreciated what you guys are doing so much, and that's why like you know I that's why you're talking with me now, and like you know during the pandemic like I really wanted to help like make videos and just help out with some stuff. It's not like any reason like it's not like any reason of promotion. It was just because I love what you guys are doing. I think it deserves to have a lot of you know energy for, help like as much as possible. And now the community is like so much bigger. It's so nice and freeing. There was a time when Flat Earth was so small that I'm like, we need to wake up. We need to do this now, otherwise they're going to squash it. Like, but it's gotten past that point, and I can kind of relax, and it's just so nice, you know, like to see how it all unfolds. The community's like so positive, and it's just there's no way it can be squashed.
It's not, and here's the thing, you know, there's a lot of crazy stuff. They're trying to pump so much fear with this eclipse and all of the stuff. I think that our consciousness is the energy. Yeah, you know, it's electrical, if you will, and it affects our reality. God might be magnetic, right? And electricity and magnetism, they go together, and this whole system powers itself. This stuff is beyond what even most of us can fathom. But one thing I've known is that your thoughts do create your reality, right? Because everything you have in your life is your fault. Everything.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
weird stuff happens and circumstances, but your thoughts bring you there, right? People are like, well, how can that be? You know, there's people that can be in the exact same situation that is horrible for one person and amazing for the other, right? Stock market crashes, somebody loses all of their life and the other person shorted the market. They're
Right.
now on top, right?
You got to see it all as an opportunity. Yeah. It depends on how you look at it.
And it's just, you know, people are like, oh my God, it's raining today. Water, the most precious substance on earth, is falling from the sky and watering all of the plants.
I know.
You can't make that up. I mean, and you're like, what? I'm like, water is falling from the sky. You can like that's
like
you
from the
can't make it up.
toilet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from the toilet. What are you talking about? Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. And so you know, it's a stormy, rainy, cold day here. It's beautiful, right? I get to wear my tinfoil hat. By the way, if anybody wants these, they're in the
Nice.
store. From the guy that made what's his name? That made Frankenskies. And Spiro Clothing right there. Greatest hat. It
Spiro.
literally takes all the Wi-Fi out of your head. What's his name? His name is
What?
Matt Landman.
That's so cool.
Matt Landman. Dude,
Oh my God, I
these
gotta get one of
hats
those.
are these hats are absolutely amazing. The black one and the other ones are a little thinner. They're amazing.
Oh my God, that's so cool. I'm gonna
And
check
I
that
don't make
out.
anything off it, but you get 10% off if you write Flat Earth as a code. But they're
Nice.
like really good quality hats, and they're literally silver lining in here. And when I put it on, all the Wi-Fi's out of your head. I literally can tell the difference
You
instantly.
can.
You can, but I can't wear it in the
Interesting.
summer because I would die. I put this on in the summer, I'd be dead.
Why is that?
Because I die in
'cause
the
it's too
heat. Like
hot.
I can't,
Oh,
I can't even
gotcha.
fathom of putting this sweatshirt on in the summer. Right now, I'm super comfortable with a hat and a sweatshirt on.
Oh
So,
man.
yeah.
Well, shit, man. That's pretty good. That was a pretty good stream. Is there anything else that we should kind of get into? I'm pretty happy with all that so far. Are there any looking in the
Any questions
chat
in the chat? I haven't
or any
seen.
plugs? Yeah.
Angela, are you all set? I see that the first code was used.
Oh, I'm putting up the okay, actual activists. What's that? Actualactivist.com. Rose.
Matt Lehman.
Which one should I? Matt Lehman. Oh, the wrong one. Here, this
Yeah,
one.
that's what I said.
Frankenskies. Okay, yeah, check that one out, guys. Also, you guys have been wonderful at supporting me as well. There are super chats options in the description. At least there should be. Of Kofi. But actually, I don't know. I might not have been able to fill out a description, so I don't know actually. And why I didn't mean to put that one up. Matt is a legend though. And I don't have my my referral codes, but I do have one in the description, I believe, for your app. If you guys don't have this app yet, I don't know, that's weird. I'm sure you guys do. I'm going to check out the desktop one today. I am really curious to see how that works on my
It's
Mac.
really nice. It's nice. Just let me know if it doesn't show up. Just wait until tomorrow, and then I'll put a video out on DITRH saying that it's now available on Mac. Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be ready before I went to Mexico, and I've been fighting it the whole time since January, beginning of January. It was supposed to come out before Christmas, and here we are.
Okay. Well, you need to be easy on yourself. You're a workhorse, and you've done a lot, so don't put too much pressure on yourself, man.
And those that are going to ask, open source is coming after that. So by the end of the summer, it'll be open source. So anyone with a de-Googled phone, whatever, you'll be able to just download it straight from my website. And you can pay for it. That was the question I was meaning to ask you eventually. So that's awesome. You can pay for it with Venmo, PayPal, crypto, credit card, whatever. You'll be able to pay for it any way you want.
Awesome. Right on. Well, let's call it a stream. That sound good? Is 2 hours all right? I know you got one coming up
2 hours is smoking. Yeah, I'm on Veritas Radio. That's gonna be a good one tonight.
Oh, right on.
Not live. No, don't email. It's not live.
Okay. When do you have what is your next live stream that you are doing? Just because people seem to like you live.
I got a whole bunch next week. I always post them on the Flat Earth Podcast Facebook wall. And like if you go right now, if you go on the app, if you click the web button, and then you click interviews right here. Of course, it's jumping to another window, but you're there live at the top of the list. If anyone does that right now, this video is there and it's been there all day. So just constantly check that list and or go to the Facebook page, and that's where you'll see my live shows.
Right on. Well, thanks, Dave, for being here, man. It's been a pleasure. One day maybe we'll do GNN again, but you seem like a busy guy, so. But check out the app, check out everything. Send Dave some suggestions. See if there's any bugs. Let's get it working nice and tight. That's going to be.
If you find a bug, send it to support@theflatearthpodcast.com.
Mm-hmm.
Say what phone you have. Tell exactly what happens. Don't just say my app isn't working when I downloaded it. I'm like, what? I don't. That does nothing. Just give us the information, and they're boom, boom, boom. So. We have just tiny little quirks with it right now, and I think it's going to do really well. So available on the Mac. Download it yourself. Put it on there. You can log in with your same login, right? But if you have an Android phone, you're going to have to pay the $3 for the app.
I don't know.
Because they're different stores. $3. Sorry.
No.
Sorry. All right.
I could buy half a coffee with that, know.
Yeah, you could.
All right, right on. Next week, same time, Jaron will be here, 11 o'clock next Wednesday for the Gravy Brunch. So for everybody listening, I am going to try to keep this Wednesday a consistent theme. I really like it. And next week, we're going to be talking about the experiment that I'll be joining him with in California. And I'm pretty excited about that too. Yeah, yeah, a
Awesome.
lot of fun stuff going on. And if there's not like the end of the world of the eclipse, maybe there will be, so that can happen. I'm curious, but we'll all know by then. But all right. So, any last words?
Don't fear, just be aware and look at the eclipse. Look for the moon next to the eclipse. During the totality, I have a feeling we're going to be able to see a sliver moon because there's all sorts of stuff going on. I think that you might be able to see it, and that would be really good. That would be
Yeah.
amazing because that would blow up their entire model. Maybe that's why the entire eclipse path looks like it's going to be cloudy.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, everybody get your cameras out and see what you can see as much as you can get. I know it's hard to film those things, but maybe these phones have gotten better. Maybe you could pick something up. Maybe you can pick up the new moon and see if there's something there. It'd be nice. I don't know. All right.
right.
Thanks for tuning in,
Peace.
guys. Jeez.